Hello there, you're watching Vnews Bulletin. I'm Vungo presenting you today top stories as usual.
National Assembly Chairman pays official visit to Philippines. Vietnam attends ASEAN Defence Ministers meeting plus. Vietnamese heritage reaches international friends.
President Nguyen Xuan Phuc hosted a reception for a delegation from the World Peace Council in Hanoi on November 23rd.
President Phuc met 91 delegates from 45 countries who are attending the 22nd World Peace Council Assembly in Hanoi. President Phuc said Vietnam always remembers the support, solidarity, and valuable help from international democratic and progressive organizations, including the World Peace Council and its members, during the country's past struggle for independence and the current national construction and defense. The President spoke highly of the active contributions made by the Council and its member organizations in preventing wars and building a world peace and justice. He thanked the Council for actively supporting Vietnam at international fora and assisting Vietnamese Agent-Orient diocesan victims. The leaders of the World Peace Council and peace councils of other countries expressed their respect and affection for President Ho Chi Minh. They expressed their wish to cooperate with Vietnam to maintain world peace for a fair and just world order.
National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ is on an official visit to Philippines. His visit is made at an invitation of Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri.
This is the first official visit to the Philippines by a National Assembly chairperson of Vietnam after 16 years, and also the first by a foreign parliamentary leader to the Philippines, after the country successfully held the general elections in May 2022, and elected new leaders of its House of Representatives and Senate. Along with the promotion of cooperation between the two legislative bodies, during this visit, the two countries' high-level leaders are expected to exchange views on how to deepen the Vietnam-Philippines strategic partnership. One of the main items on the visit's agenda is to review and promote the making of laws and policies to make them a lever for economic cooperation. Speaker of the Philippine House of Representatives Martin Romualdez expressed his belief that the trip by the Vietnamese top leader will create a new impulse for the two countries' strategic partnership to develop effectively and substantively in all aspects. Romualdez thanked Vietnam for donating medical supplies to his country during the pandemic, and consistently being a trustworthy and stable rice provider amid the global food crisis. He also noted his hope that the Philippines can export more goods to Vietnam. The Vietnamese National Assembly chairman congratulated the Philippines on the successful organization of the general elections last May, and Romualdez on his election to the House leadership. He invited the Philippine speaker to visit Vietnam. Romualdez thanked and accepted the invitation with pleasure. Both host and guest agreed to further strengthen bilateral ties in such areas as politics, diplomacy and trade, investment. At the talks, in the presence of the country's parliamentarians, a representative of the Philippine House of Representatives read the entire Resolution 571 on enhancing bilateral cooperation through the Philippine-Vietnam Parliamentarians Friendship Society.
The 9th ASEAN Defense Minister meeting plus opened in Siem Reap City in the Cambodian province of Siem Reap on November 23rd. The Vietnamese delegation was led by Minister of National Defense General Phan Van Giang.
Prior to the opening of the 9th ADMM+, Cambodian Prime Minister Samdech Techo Hun Sen delivered a speech in which he said that, amid growing uncertainties in the global economic and security situation, ADMM is playing an increasingly important role in promoting mutual understanding, through dialogue based on respect, practical cooperation, and capacity building. In his opening speech at the event, Cambodian Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Defense General Ban, who is also chair of ADMM+, emphasized the role of multilateral cooperation mechanisms, together with respect for international law, self-restraint, and peaceful solutions, which are the most righteous choice to deal with any risk. The event was attended by defense ministers and officials from member countries of ASEAN and partner countries, namely Australia, China, India, Japan, the Republic of Korea, New Zealand, Russia, and the US.
Vietnam is a major partner of the Republic of Korea in the field of maritime and fisheries, said Republic of Korea Minister of Oceans and Fisheries Cho Seung-won during an interview granted to Vietnam News Agency.
Minister of Oceans and Fisheries Cho Seung-won said that Vietnam is one of the major aquatic product suppliers to his country, accounting for 13% of the ROC's total import value of the product. Despite concerns about the economic downturn, the demand for imported seafood is expected to continue to increase in line with the rising demand in the world. Besides, the ROC has continued to open its store for food products, he said.
Our ministry has carried out a number of cooperation projects with Vietnam to strengthen maritime and fisheries capacity, using Korean ODA. The two sides have also enjoyed fruitful cooperation in maritime safety policy consultation and seaport development.
Vietnam and the Republic of Korea also work closely in the field of marine engineer training since 2020. The two countries can also work together to respond to global issues such as climate change, marine pollution settlement and the protection of aquatic resources, Minister Cho Seung-won stated.
Developing rural trades is an appropriate direction for localities to take in growing their economies and boosting incomes. In the southeastern province of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu, local authorities are striving to ensure environmental protection while developing rural trades.
In 2018, the Lam Kien Neutral Village in Phước Nguyên Ward, Bà Rịa City, ended the discharge of wastewater from production into the environment. Most noodle-making households in the traditional craft village are now equipped with water treatment system.
We can maintain our business thanks to applying advanced technologies. Most craft villages have generated jobs for local people.
Combining traditional production with advanced technology, the Lam Kien Neutral Village has been able to create a brand and become a popular tourist destination. However, not all traditional industries can ensure environmental protection.
A cluster of handicrafts in Tan Phuoc was included in local planning in 2010, focusing on the construction of stone processing facilities so as not to pollute the environment. However, no investors agreed to carry out that plan.
The province's support for investment in technological and equipment innovation offers multiple benefits for the development of rural trades, including environmental protection. However, the treatment of pollution from production activities cannot be done in a fragmented manner and must be on a centralized scale. Devising a plan to address pollution in rural trades is therefore essential.
Chúng tôi đang phối hợp cùng Liên minh Hợp tác xã tỉnh để cùng với địa phương.
We are coordinating with the Provincial Cooperative Union as well as local people and relevant sectors to establish the Phuoc High Seafood Processing Cooperative.
Để viết cái phương án để thành lập hợp tác xã chế biến.
Ngành nghề nông thôn rồi ngành nghề truyền thống.
The agriculture sector needs a plan to support the establishment of traditional and rural trades under Government Decree No. 52. This also aims to support the efforts of the Provincial People's Committee to improve skills for workers and boost the application of science and technology to environmental protection in rural areas and production locations.
Môi trường ở khu vực nông thôn cũng như là của khu vực sản xuất.
Developing rural trades that are environmentally friendly is a goal for Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu. The province is home to 6 rural trade villages and 1 traditional craft village. By 2025, there will be 4 more rural trade villages. Environmental protection is one of the criteria in being recognized as a trade village.
The final round of Miss Tourism World 2022 will be held from November 28th to December 3rd, with activities having already spanned many Vietnamese tourist attractions in Hanoi, Ninh Bình, Phú Thọ, Sơn La and Vĩnh Phúc. These activities are expected to help promote Vietnamese heritage among international friends.
From many countries around the world, the contestants were extremely excited to experience the lands of Ninh Bình, with 3 intangible cultural heritage of humanity recognized by UNESCO. Next was the special National Historic Site of the Hung King's Temple in Phú Thọ Province. And at Ba Chang Pottery Village in Hanoi, contestants learned about the history of the ancient craft village and admired the creativity of local potters.
The trip to Ba Chang Pottery Village was amazing. There are many dedicated and beautiful handmade items there.
Yeah, I love this Ba Chang because it's an amazing place that I never learned about this one before, and then I'm so happy I can try to make this ceramic here, and I know about the culture and the history about the Ba Chang.
And I'm so amazed and astonished at how you are able to use your hands to carve creative things like this. And I know that if I go back to my country, I'll surely come back to Ba Chang to visit these pottery acts.
Vietnamese people are so nice and kind. Their warmth makes me feel so loved and welcome. I would love for the whole world to come experience this. And this week has been so refreshing for me.
Contestants will help promote Vietnam's culture and tourism by using their smartphones to make videos introducing what they experienced in the country. This year's contest marks the 31-year journey of Miss Tourism World with the highest levels of innovation and creativity ever seen. Journeys of experience are how contestants become real tourists, thereby promoting Vietnam's heritage.
Vietnam surpassed Armenia, Brazil, Egypt, Greece and Japan to claim the world's leading heritage destination title at this year's World Travel Awards held recently in Oman.
Vietnam is home to 8 World Heritage Sites recognized by UNESCO, namely the Phong Nha Kẻ Bàng National Park, My Sơn Sanctuary, Hội An Ancient Town, and the complex of Hue Monuments in central Vietnam, and Hạ Long Bay, Chiang An Landscape Complex, Thăng Long Imperial Citadel, and Ho Dynasty Citadel in the northern region. These heritage sites and other destinations have repeatedly won acclaims from prestigious travel magazines in recent years. Hanoi was also proud as the world's leading 30-brick destination this year. The Golden Bridge in Da Nang, 150 meters long and 12.8 meters wide, and designed as giant hands made of fiberglass and mesh wire, won top honor as the world's leading iconic tourist bridge. World Travel Awards launched in 1993 acknowledged excellence in the travel and tourism industry and have been described as the travel industry's equivalent of the Oscars.
And that's the end of our bulletin. Thank you for being here with us. We hope to see you again soon.